What's going on, beautiful people? Today I want to talk about the three things that I think make up a great life. Now, I'm making this video because us, everybody, humanity, we as human beings are extremely bad about overcomplicating this life thing. We are so bad at finding happiness. It's honestly a little bit ridiculous and kind of scary how complicated we make life and how unhappy we make ourselves. So I hope by the end of this video, after acquiring the knowledge that I have to bestow upon you, that you will actually be able to apply it to your daily lives and find more peace, joy, love, contentment, and appreciation for the person you are today on your own individual story. Because where you're at is where you're meant to be, and that doesn't mean you have to suffer or be sad or be miserable or be in any kind of negative vibration, because you could actually break through all of that and get to this place of just pure just bliss and happiness and contentment and joy with where you are today on your journey. So let us dive into the bread and butter of this video. So living a good life, what does that entail? Well, I think for starters, let me just tell you the 3 steps and then we'll talk about each one individually. The first one is find your peace. That one, definitions will vary. We'll dig more into it in a little bit. Second one is enjoy your life. Whoa, big news there, I know. And then the third one is put love back into the world, or give back, whatever you want to say. So let's dissect each of these. So the first one, find your peace, probably the most important one, is actually discovering your peace, finding your peace. Easier said than done. I know I wrestled for a long time to find my peace. To put things in perspective, I'm 33 years old right now, and while there have been moments in my life where I have found my peace, it's always like I seem to lose it. But luckily now I finally got into this really good headspace. I spent 4 months solo traveling around the world. I had a lot of time to meditate, reflect, and really just get myself put together and really get out of these limiting beliefs and these limiting thoughts that I had that were really messing with my ability to feel joy and at peace today, now, in this moment. Because we're so bad at making our happiness and our peace contingent on the external. So when I say find your peace, this will vary person to person. For some, it might just be, laying out, watching a beach. For some, it might be going to a concert. For some, it might be a partnership. But I think as long as you have your peace reliant on something external, you will never truly find it. It's only when you get to this place of finding internal peace that you actually get to this place where you're just happy, and the external states don't matter. It's like, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not. It doesn't matter if you have a house. It doesn't matter if you have a 6-pack abs. When the peace comes from within, nothing else really matters. Like, sure, there's things I want, and these examples that I use, they're things that I want in my life. Like, I'm at a place right now, no, I don't have a $3.5 million home. I don't have the dream relationship I want. I don't have the marriage I want. I don't have the partner I want yet. I don't make $10,000 a week from YouTube yet. These are goals that I have. But the fact that I don't have any of that stuff doesn't make me sad right now. It means those are just goals I'm working towards, because I have shifted out of this horrible headspace I was in, where I was thinking that I need all of those things to happen before I can be happy. But in reality, it's like, no, I'm growing. I'm moving towards the direction of the things I want in life. But because I haven't found it yet, it doesn't invalidate who I am today. It doesn't invalidate the meaning of this moment. It doesn't invalidate the joy I get to feel today. Like, joy is your birthright. Living in the moment is your birthright. Being at peace with yourself and who you are is your birthright. And like the good and the bad, being proud, being able to acknowledge the good things about you. Like, what's good about me? Oh, I've been sober for almost 3 years. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I've developed some wisdom and peace and love for the world. I'm a very simple man. I like to give back value. I have a lot of good traits, but there's also bad things about me. Sometimes I forget the things I learned. Sometimes I slip into bad vibrations. Sometimes I get depressed. But that's just who I am. None of this stuff invalidates me as a human, and none of it is a reason for me to feel worthless and like a piece of shit anymore. And I'm so blessed and humble and grateful to have shifted into this vibration of peace, where I've realized that I'm okay. I'm okay having a simple day. If I stay in and just watch Harry Potter, That's a cool day. If I grind and I go to the gym and I work out and I get my meditation in and I post like a couple YouTube videos, that's great. I had a productive day. If I go out on a hot date with somebody I think is pretty cool, then that's great. If it doesn't work out and we're not on the same page and they're not matching my energy, well, you know what? That's also great too. Whatever. Like, I've got to this point, and I hope that everybody gets here at some point. Like, you get to a point in your life where you just want peace and you're tired of making yourself feel miserable. And then you realize that you're the cause of your own misery, because I would spiral and I would always really get lost in my head over the things in my life that I was lacking. And it made me feel like I was always lacking and never fulfilled and never had a good life for myself. But once I shifted out of that and I shifted more into a life of gratitude and acceptance, which is very hard to do if you've been stuck in a negative headspace for a long time. If you've been stuck in that mentality of relying on the external and wanting more to come into you to fulfill you, it's so hard, but it's incredibly worth it when you do the work. And how do you do the work? Well, a gratitude practice. Find 3-5 things every morning you're grateful for. Set aside some time to meditation. If you have the means to sit with yourself for an extended period of time, I know it's not practical for everybody to just quit their jobs and go solo travel for a few months, but if you can, I highly recommend it, because when you're with yourself for that long and you're not derping around and you're not scrolling on social media, you're not watching Netflix, you're not lost in your phone, you're actually engaged with the world around you, the present moment. You're going on hikes, you're just laying out on a beach watching sunsets, and you're sitting with yourself and your thoughts. You can actually start to call out all the bullshit in your head, all the limiting beliefs that you needed something else to make you feel more complete. Because the truth is, you don't. And I don't care who you are, you're worthy as you are today. But you might be saying, but I don't have this, but I don't have this, but etc., etc. Like I just said, none of that external stuff is going to make you feel like you are enough, because the act of acquiring more to feel like you're enough just proves the fact to yourself that you are not enough as you are today. It's like a catch-22. But when you get to this place to where you realize you are enough, like, you don't become enough, you are. And this is the craziest thing I've realized, is that just by the fact of existing, you're worthy. You're enough. You're a good human being. You don't have to be a celebrity. You don't have to make $1 million. You don't have to have the perfect relationship. You don't have to have the white picket fence. You don't have to have a shitload of money in the bank. Like, it's really that simple. I'm shivering now. It's kind of cold. But I know it's crazy, guys. I know it's going to take some time to sit, because so many, especially in the Western cultures, like, we place happiness on things, external things, acquiring things. We make it so contingent on other things, but it doesn't have to be. The truth is, like, you're good enough today. Now, that doesn't mean don't have goals, don't work for those things. Of course, work for those things, have a definition, or like a goal for your life, like, what does your version of peace look like? But you can have your peace today while just moving forward in life. That's completely okay. For some reason, we think we need to get to some benchmark before we find the peace and the happiness, but the script is wrong. The templates are bad. The stuff on media, all the stuff people are trying to sell you, it's all bullshit, because it's this guy, it's this guy, and it's this guy. And when you get to this place of just deep self-acceptance, like the good and the bad, you can own up to your flaws, you can own up to your good traits, and you just exist as who you are, a perfectly imperfect human being, as we all are, and that's good enough. And then when you get there, it's just like, well, sure, I'll try and make some more money. Sure, I'll try and get this YouTube channel off the ground. Sure, I'll work on my ability to be a good partner and try and attract the right relationship in. Sure, I'll get a house one day. Sure, I will take care of my health. I will go to the gym. I will work out. Sure, I will meditate and work on my mind, but I don't have to do any of those to feel valuable about myself today or worthy, because I'm already worthy and valuable just by existing. And you are too. So guys, bit of a long one, but finding your peace is the first one. And the big part of it is just realizing that you're enough and worthy as you are today. Sure, watch videos that help you get you in a good headspace. Sure, take some time to meditate. Sure, pause, reflect, audit your negative beliefs. But the cool thing is that you are free to challenge your mindsets and your beliefs about the world and the universe around you at any given moment. And you always have the power to think a better thought, or to live a better story, or to tell yourself a better story for your life. So now let's shift into enjoying your life, which ties into finding your peace. And I think once you actually get to this place where you find your peace, you really just start to enjoy your life. And it's so much different, guys. Like the shifts that I felt like these last couple weeks, it's I used to be kind of like this person. I go on social media and I see what like other people are doing, and then I would kind of feel bad about my life, like, oh, this person's traveling, these guys have a happy marriage, this person's making a lot of money, and then you just can't help but kind of like compare. But comparison obviously is the thief of joy. We all know this, even though it's easier said than done. But what I've realized and what shift has happened to me lately is that since I've kind of found my peace and just this deep acceptance of who I am, and that the fact that I am enough, like flaws, insecurities, everything all together, it just makes of me who I am. And I'm cool with it. I'm cool with my quirks. I'm cool with the good traits, the bad traits. I've started to actually just enjoy life. Like, I don't take things too seriously anymore. Like, there's things in life I haven't got yet. There's things that I want, but it doesn't really matter. I'm working towards getting those things. If I get them, great. If I don't get them, well, I guess that would suck, but it's not going to suck to the point where I'm going to make myself miserable, because I have spent enough time on my short life here on this planet making myself miserable over things that are outside of my control, and it ends now. It's ended now. And maybe I'll have to relearn this lesson time and time again, but that's just being human. That's the human condition. But guys, once you find your peace, you can really set aside some time to enjoy your life. And the thing is, like, it doesn't really matter what I'm doing. I could just be sitting here on a park bench making a YouTube video. I could be going to the gym. I could be having a cup of coffee. I just engage with the world around me. Wherever I'm at is where I'm meant to be. That's my mentality. And whatever I'm doing is what I'm meant to be doing. So when I get on social media, I don't really have that feeling like, oh, I should be doing something else. I should be traveling more. I should be making more money or in a relationship or something. And if I ever start to feel that way when scrolling on social media, I get off the social media. It's that easy. I put it away and I focus on my reality, my world around me, my life, and I just do the things I enjoy. I enjoy making YouTube videos. I enjoy working out. I enjoy taking care of myself. I enjoy nourishing my brain. I enjoy watching sunsets. I enjoy just being who I am, just being 100% authentic and congruent, and just trying to connect with the people who want to connect with me, and just loving life and loving my limited time here on this planet. Taking a moment to just sit back, enjoy the sunset, look at the plants, the trees. Life is really beautiful if you take some time to look at it. So when I say find your peace is the first one and enjoy your life is the second one, it's like you only have one life, and I don't care where you're at. Maybe you're broke. Enjoy being broke. Maybe you don't have the relationship you have. Enjoy your single life. I'm talking to you guys. Like, I'm single. I'm enjoying my single life. Do I want to be single? Meh. I'd rather be in a relationship, I think, but life is good either way. And that's what I really want you guys to shift, is that just be good with life. The ups, the downs. Don't beat yourself up too hard when things don't work your way. And enjoy your life, guys. Spend the days doing the things you want to do. If you don't know what's an enjoyable life for you, then, pick up some hobbies, go experiment, do some different things, watch some videos. A good place to start would be with just positive habits, getting to the gym, exercising, meditating, doing the things that actually help you take care of yourself. And I'm so blessed that I know this stuff, because it really does sometimes come down to very basic things. Everybody knows it. Work out and meditate. Like, if you do those two things, your life will insanely change. It doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but I've been meditating and working out consistently for years now, and I think it shows. I think you guys can really tell and really sense my energy that I'm just a guy who just takes care of himself and wants to actually help and wants to give back, and I just have a lot of peace these days. So guys, find your peace. Enjoy your life. Do the things that make you happy. Chase the goals that make you happy. Don't make it too complicated. It's very simple when you think about it. Like, this video is longer. We're dissecting things down, but at the end of the day, it's very simple. Find your peace. Enjoy your life. And the third thing, my friends, love. Put some love back into the world. Give back value in some way. Love is literally the strongest emotion, I think, that's out there. And a lot of times it's very hard for us to express it, especially guys, for some reason. I don't know why. It's just like love is like, oh, just love. But it doesn't have to be like this emasculating thing. Love is just like love. Like, love the world around you. Love the universe, creatures, people. Like, we like to think that the world is shit and there's a lot of bad people in the world. And while that may be true, actually, that is true. Let's not lie. There are a lot of people who are not in good places. But if you decide to be in a good place, and I decided to be in a good place, then there's a lot of people in good places as well. So I just like to give back value, guys. I try to help the people I can help. And a lot of the reasons why I do these videos on YouTube, like, sure, you know, it'd be nice if this took off and I was able to do this for a living and this was like my job and I can make content and support myself. Yeah, sure, that's all great. But the underlying reason why I do these videos is because I want to share with you guys the things that I learn, because I've struggled. I've struggled with my mental health. I've struggled with depression. I've struggled with existentialism. I've struggled trying to understand this world we live in. I've struggled, you know, just being okay with myself, coming to this place of feeling a deep sense of self-worth, feeling like I'm enough, you know, navigating life. Like, I've struggled with all this stuff. And that's why I make this, as a way to help other people who are also struggling with it, because we don't just come out the womb perfect. You know, life's always a series of ups and downs, and a lot of times we really get lost trying to find our way. And then sometimes you get lucky, you find a video like this, it's like, oh, opens up your mind, new pathways start to form, you start thinking about the world in different ways, and that's like the gateway drug to actually getting the life you want. So give back value, my friends. It's like, I don't know who you're qualified to help, but an easy way to figure it out is help the person you used to be. Now, this part is hard. Like I said, you've got to find your peace first, and you've got to enjoy your life first, because if your cup is empty, you have nothing to give back to the world. But once you've filled your own cup and you've got into this place to where you're good with you, then you have so much value to give, guys. You can give back. You can help people out. You can help people get sober. You can help people with their mental health. You can have a conversation with your best friend or your friend when they're having a hard time. You can actually listen and be engaged with them. You can go volunteer, do community work, take care of your puppy. Just give back some love to this world, because this world desperately needs it. And what you'll find is that giving feels way much better than receiving. Like, giving and helping people, like when I get a comment on a video and it's like, man, thank you so much, I've been there, you really helped me out, like I wish I understood this stuff sooner. That stuff, that energy feels incredibly good. That feels better than any drug. That feels better than a drink of alcohol. That feels better than weed. Just this energy of just like being in a place of love and abundance. And the thing is, you can be in a place of love and abundance even if you have very little. You don't need to have a lot to be able to give back to somebody else. I'll repeat that one more time. You don't need to have a lot to be able to give back to somebody else in some way. And you know, how you do that is on you. You could make videos. You could, like I said, volunteer. It really doesn't matter, but find some way to give back and leave this world a little bit better because you came here, because we don't have a long time here. And what kind of a legacy do you think you want to leave? Do you want it to be just nothing? Like, what are they going to write on your tombstone one day? Not to make this like dark, but I hope one day on my tombstone they just said, hey, Sammy had a lot of love. He wanted people to just be happy with themselves, where they're at on their stories, and he was pretty happy in his own story, and he lived a good life, and he put love back in the world. And yeah, we're sorry to see him go. I don't know. I'm getting teary-eyed now. A little maybe brainstorming exercise for you guys to think on. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, to recap, 3 steps for an easy life, good life. Find your peace, enjoy your life, give back, put love in the world. And until next time, my friends, I love you. I will see you on the next one. Usual business. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way.